Well, the Emirates Lunar Mission has a confirmed date and landing site on the Moon's surface. The Rashid Rover is set to launch on the 28th of November at the Atlas crater in the Mar Frigoris. It's a pretty ambitious lunar mission, and it's going from the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre, as we said, set to launch on November the 28th, although those dates and times are subject to change depending on weather and the other conditions.
That's right. In fact, the primary landing site was chosen along with multiple contingencies which may be used depending, like you mentioned, that there are a bunch of variables that occur during the transit. So this site that we've chosen meets the technical specifications of the lander technology demonstration mission and scientific exploration objectives for the ELM mission. The Rashid Rover, once landed, will explore the characteristics of the lunar soil, the petrography and the geology of the moon, the dust movement, surface plasma conditions, and the moon's photoelectron sheath.
Well, joining us on the phone and to give us more information is Dr. Hamad Al Marzooqi, the Emirates Lunar Mission Project Manager of the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me today, my friends, and I'm happy to talk about the mission.
That's really kind of you to share this time with us, Dr. Marzooqi. Our first question is, we've been reading a lot about the Rashid Rover, but what is specifically the main purpose of sending the Rashid Rover to the moon?
So the mission itself has two main objectives. The first one is to develop the national capabilities in designing, developing, testing, and then operating a rover, a space rover, into another celestial body. And then we selected the moon. And the second objective is, since we are going to the moon, of course, it will be important to do useful science that will enrich the human knowledge of the lunar surface and the solar system itself. As we know, the moon is there for over 4 billion years, and the surface of the moon has not been disturbed a lot. So tapping into that resources will allow us to gain insight into the history of the solar system formation, and also it will allow us to improve technologies for future missions to the lunar system and beyond, and hopefully to the Martian surface.
It really is an extraordinary feat, and something I think that most people in the UAE should be proud of. What are the latest updates related to the Rashid Rover?
So, as been announced today, we are happy to say that the launch is announced, the date is set, the time is set also. The rover is now inside the lander, is in Cape Canaveral in Florida, and everything is set from our side. From our side, it's the sets go for launch. The rover is ready. All the software has been updated to its flight status. The battery is being monitored and charged as we speak, and we are making sure that the rover will fly with a good state of the battery charge, and everything. And the rover went over all the necessary testing successfully through the past couple of months, and we are happy at the status of the rover for it right now. And everyone here in our ground control room is ready. We are going through a lot of trainings, rehearsals, and testing, and making sure that our team here, our operation team, is ready to get the first contact with the rover and then to operate the rover, hopefully once we reach to the lunar surface.
That is amazing. So many amazing things that we've seen as far as space technology is concerned have come through from our country, here in the UAE. What else can we expect? I mean, because we are as curious as every day, we get more and more news from the MBRSC. So what else can we expect in the coming years, sir?
I think the space program is meant to grow further. We started with a small remote sensing satellite, the BaySat-1,
right.
And here we are talking about having an orbiter around Mars and having a rover to the moon. I think this is just only the beginning. We are still small. We plan to grow further. Many missions are under development at MBRSC right now. You will hear about a lot of launches in the coming years, and also a lot of new missions that hopefully will be announced in the coming years.
Well, I think this is such an exceptional time for the UAE, and also something that I think that yourself and everyone at the Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre should be very, very proud of. Dr. Hamad Al Marzooqi, thank you very much for joining us on Talk 100.3 this afternoon.
You are welcome.